What is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. In this video today we're going to be talking about one of the most dominant champions in patch 10.14 so far. Karthus is really dominating in the mid lane and the jungle, but in this video we're going to be covering a Karthus mid lane guide because currently he is the highest win rate mid laner in the game, and I think a really awesome way to climb during this patch. I think he's going to be very good for quite some time, so I think he's a great champion to pick up right now to gain some LP and start climbing up the ranks. Before we get in this video, I just want to mention real quick, if you're not already subscribed, definitely click that subscribe button really quick. It helps me out a ton and it helps you guys stay up to date on my latest content. Also, check out the link for Robinhood in the description below if you want to receive a free stock just for signing up. You don't even have to put any money on. With that being said, here we go, get into this video. So we're going to start out by running through the 10-14 changes that happened to Karthus. He did get a base health increase of 22 from 528 to 550. He got a movement speed increase from 325 to 335. That's super good. In the jungle, it's super good in the mid lane as well. Just being able to dodge skill shots in a lot of mid lane matchups can be really important. Being able to just run around, stay safe, dodge ganks. Movement speed is a very strong statistic in League of Legends. Karthus getting a movement speed increase and then his win rate going up huge, no coincidence. But also he got a Q damage increase, and even though it got reduced damage to monsters, it still got an overall Q damage increase. And then his E gives you mana restore always, and the AoE damage tick rate was increased. So he got a lot of different buffs, like 2, 3, 4 different buffs all in one patch. He was a champion that already wasn't very bad, but he just wasn't seeing a ton of play in the mid lane, which is what historically we would usually see with Karthus, but then in seasons recent he's been a jungler. Anyway, all these big buffs left him in just a busted state, and I don't think it's any coincidence that this is the patch that Infernal Karthus dropped. They had this new exciting skin coming out. They wanted Karthus to be a little stronger, and they did just that. He has like a 53.5, maybe even almost a 54% win rate in solo queue, so he's definitely a champion you guys should be playing. We can run through the rune page. There's a couple different ones. I've seen some people running Airy, some people running Phase Rush even, but I would say the best rune page for him right now is Dark Harvest. The page that we have on the screen right now is going to be Dark Harvest with Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collector, Ultimate Hunter, and then Precision Secondary with Presence of Mind and Coup de Grace. Dark Harvest is always going to be super good on Karthus. He can collect Dark Harvest stacks so easy with his E, with his Q, with his ult. It makes your Q damage increase, it makes your ult damage increase late game, even mid game, mid to late game. You're just going to be one-shotting people with your ultimate. Once you die, you just get so much damage off. It just increases your poke, damage across the board with Dark Harvest. Taste of Blood, that healing, you're doing so much damage, you're doing just a ton, so the Taste of Blood is going to help you just heal even more, stay alive for even longer. Ultimate Hunter, obviously your ultimate's pretty broken. Presence of Mind going to give you the mana, just continually spam those spells. And then Coup de Grace, you want to do damage to champions below 40% health, because as Karthus you're looking for low people to ult, and you're looking for low people to get Dark Harvest stacks off of, so I think it does really help that out. As far as the skill order, you're going to be starting out with a point in Q, then E at level 2, then Q at level 3 before finally putting a point in W at level 4. Then you're going to be maxing Q, maxing E, and finally maxing W, and of course putting a point in Ultimate whenever you can. There's also a lot of different builds for Karthus. The most common build is actually Roa first item into Sork shoes, and then into Morello's, and then after that you have a choice between like Leandries, you can go Zanya, some people go Rallies, some people go Death Cap. You just want to get as much raw AP and Magic Pen as you can. If the other team is building a lot of magic resistance, Void Staff is going to be very good for you. But Sork shoes, Oblivion Orb, Rod of Ages, all really good on Karthus. There is also builds, depending on what's going on, where you can run with a Luden's Echo first item. You can go with the Seraph's Embrace first item. You have a lot of different options. He's very flexible. But also the highest win rate for Karthus in the mid lane right now is taking Exhaust and Flash. Exhaust is super good on Karthus. It allows him to slow people down, and once they're slowed, he's able to land his Qs much more easily on people, and that is really strong. That is really good. And then one thing you do have to watch out for is Zed did receive some big buffs in patch 10.14, so Karthus does not have a very good matchup into Zed. If you do find yourself playing Karthus mid into Zed, you're definitely going to want to look for that Seeker's Arm Guard and Zanya's a little bit sooner, because Zanya's and Seeker's Arm Guard can cuck Zed so hard. But if you don't pick up that armor and don't pick up that stopwatch in Zanya's early on, you might have a bad time. Other than that, Karthus doesn't have a lot of bad matchups in the mid lane. He scales insanely well. He is pretty bad early, but if you can get through the lane phase, you are going to be able to carry games a ton. You're going to do the most damage in the game most of the time. You're going to be able to help out your top lane, your bot lane, and take over mid lane. You're going to just have a ton of effect on every single game. And yeah, Karthus is still very, very good jungle. They said they acted like they were going to nerf his jungle. They definitely didn't do that. He's still very strong in the jungle, but now he's also an overpowered mid laner, and he's definitely somebody that you guys should be playing in patch 10.14 if you want to climb fast, because he's relatively easy to play as well. You do have to land your skill shots like your Q, but I mean, you get like 15 tries. You just get to sit there and spam Q over and over again. Then even if you miss everything, you just press alt and take like half their health away with like 15, 20 dark harvest stacks or whatever you get later on in the game. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Karthus mid lane in patch 10.14? And if you try it out, let me know how that goes. Subscribe so you update on the latest content. Check out the link to Robin in the description below. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then.